What's up, YouTube, and welcome back to another beer review here at Thomas Opent. So yeah, as you can tell by now, this is going to be an English review. Why? Well, we've got an American brewery here, and I figured, you know what? Let's for shits and giggles do this one in English because I know there's some, foreign viewers out there. For me, foreign anyway, from America, from the UK, and I figured, let's do another English one for shits and giggles from a big, from what I've gathered, a pretty, well-known American brewery. This one was pretty unknown to me, and I've heard about it in the last few months. I've heard the name pop up every now and then. And a while ago, I got this big ass box of beer from Beer Merchants and Untapped for their online festival. And I didn't get through all the beers in that weekend. I mean, you want to watch your health and your liver a little bit, so this one was still there. I figured, why not review it? Could be fun. Sounds like fun, right? So what do we have here? We have a beer from SingleCut. It's their softly spoken Magic Spells. We're talking about a double IPA coming in at, I believe it was 8.6% ABV. Yeah, we're talking about 8.6% ABV and 98 IBUs. I love a good high IBU. Bitterness is something that I find sorely lacking in a lot of IPAs these days. SingleCut Beersmiths, brewed and canned by SingleCut Beersmiths, Astoria, NYC, in Clifton Park, New York. Robson says, come visit our brewery. I have no idea who Robson is, but there's this little robot figure there. That looks kind of cool. Yeah, label art looks funny. It has some sort of like that pop art thing with the little dots and everything. It reminds me of like the text balloons you've got in those 70s and 80s comics. There's nothing on this can as far as, the hops and whatever, so I couldn't tell you. Drink ASAP in a clean white mouth glass, store cold and upright, unfiltered, decant carefully. I have to decant this. I'm sorry. And I'll drink it from any kind of glass I freaking want to. Canned on 21st of September 2020. We're talking about, it's December 5th right now, so we're talking about 2.5 months old, which you gotta admit, for these IPAs coming from America, that's not even half bad. That's not all that bad. I mean, I've had fresher ones from the States, but I've had, a lot less fresh. And I think it's pretty decent having a beer 2.5 months old from the United States with these IPAs. And 8.6% ABV, it's a higher ABV. It's gonna last a little bit longer than like a 5 point, somewhere between 4.5 and 5.5% ABV. So it should be okay. I think we're gonna be fine. We got our God, what's that brand again? Rastal Craftmaster 1 glass. I like this glass. It's not wide mouth probably, but whatever. This is gonna be my first SingleCut, so I'm curious. It pours quite hazy, very hazy. This is not clear beer. And a nice little, mostly white head, maybe like the soft beige tint to it. You guys can see that is hazy AF. That looks like fruit juice all the way. It's got this sort of almost pineapple juice vibe to it. Maybe a little bit darker. Slightly off-white head, maybe just slightly off-white, mostly white. It looks the part. Yeah, this just looks like a lovely hazy IPA. What else do you want? Let's go and see what the nose does. Ooh. Yeah, I'm digging that. There's a big ass fruit component in there. There's a little bit of a piney resiny touch, but like a big sort of orange juice, orange component. Getting some pineapple, getting some mango, getting all the usual suspects that you would see in these big hazies, all the fruits that you can almost think of. Well, probably not all of them because I can think of a lot of fruit, but you know what I mean. God, that smells great. That is fantastic. It might actually just be a little bit too cold. I took it out of the refrigerator about, 20 minutes ago. These double IPAs, even with, I know a lot of people are like IPAs, they see it as a refreshing beer and drink cold and whatever. I always like to give them a little bit of temperature, like maybe 20 minutes out of the fridge, get them a little bit up. This might actually get a lot better if I give it another 10 to 15 minutes. So yeah, it's got that creamy sort of like peach, mango, puree, orange juice, pineapple. Maybe I'm getting a hint of some grape gooseberry thing in the background. And I have to say, for 2.5 months old, this still smells incredibly fresh, really. I'm not getting any sort of old hop, old IPA thing going on. Which, I mean, like I said, with 2.5 months, it's not going to be bad. But I've had IPAs 5 months old that were still, you know, amazing, and I've had some stuff that was 6 weeks and smelled like it was oxidized and old as hell. Man, it smells beautiful. There's something there I can't really place just yet. But it's the more it develops now, the more it's opening up a little bit, and that head is going down a little bit. I'm getting that sort of, you know, sweet, the fruit punch, the fruit cocktail on syrup that you can get in tins or in jars. Maybe that's a Dutch thing. I don't know, but all the fruits are belong to us. Let's just dive in and see what she's got. All right, cheers, guys. Oh, wow. Don't mind if I do. First of all, that's got a good bittering to it. I like that. It's balanced out. Yeah, it's bitter. The 98 IBU is there. It is bitter, but it's balanced out with a lot of sweetness there. So even though it has a high IBU, it's not the world's most bitter IPA. It's very balanced, very well balanced out in that finish. It's got all that fruit again. It's got this sort of, I'm not going to say like real, like a mouthful of green onion, fresh, you know, that garlic, fresh garlic that you sometimes see, not like bulbs of garlic, but the grassy, you know what I mean? If you've ever had, God, what's the fucking English word for that? Wild garlic, you got the sort of grassy like things coming out. Those are pretty like sort of that green component to it, which I really enjoy. I like that. So that's the first thing that really hits me on the palate. It's sort of like that green onion, fresh garlic, and it doesn't have like garlic flavor, but that sort of hint of that. Not, how do you explain that? It doesn't taste like garlic, but that fresh garlic smell, which sort of has like that. It's all the one big family, like leek and green onion, you know, spring onion and the garlic. It's all this one big same big family at the end. And if you've ever walked in a park, there's a park here in the town that I live in that has that wild garlic, those grassy thingies that pop out of the ground that has that fresh garlic grass. Is it called garlic grass? I don't know, but anyway, that thing. It's got that. But then the fruits come. Then you get this fruit punch, and you get all the like the orange juice, the orange, the citrus part, lots of like stone fruit, like that mango, peach thing going on, a little bit of that pineapple. I have no idea what hops are in here, but this is just very nice. And still, again, there's a bit of that. Yeah, there's a bit of a sort of a piney, resiny note there. Yeah, I checked Untappd to see, because sometimes the can doesn't say anything, but the Untappd information will tell you what kind of hops are in there. I should have checked their website. Maybe that had it. Couldn't find anything, but this does have some sort of a like resiny, piney thing going on. Oh yeah, I dig this. This is good stuff. Yeah, I love this. I could drink a few of these. I'm not gonna, because I only have one. And then again, because of the 8%. That's the other part, by the way. The 8.6% ABV. It's dangerous, because this drink's like 6% to me. Which is both a good thing, because it means it doesn't have any real alcohol warmth or whatever to it, or heat, or sharpness. On the other hand, it's dangerous as fuck, because before you know it, you're going to finish 3 cans, and you're going to do the hoo-la-la everywhere. Which means absolutely nothing. That entire expression, I just made it up. But it does have that sort of easy, accessible, easy drinkability to it, and even though I don't mind that, it does make it a little bit of a dangerous beer to drink. But other than that, this is the good stuff, and I could drink loads of this. And if I have to rate it, and I kind of do, yeah, well, I don't have to, but I like to. I would give this like a 4.25 on the Untappd scale. This is good stuff. I am really hoping that SingleCut can find somebody to import this shit to the Netherlands, because I wouldn't mind trying more of their beers. Yeah, I'm gonna pour the rest of this out and take my sweet time to enjoy this. This does have this big orange juice component in there. Big orange. I like that. Good stuff. Sorry, I could say the same thing with every sip I take and keep on raving about it. But I love this, and I can highly recommend that if you ever find, well, if you can find this beer somewhere, it's probably going to be around like 3 months old. But even then, I would still urge you to try it, with keeping in the back of your mind it's 3 months old. It's not the freshest beer you're ever going to find, but I think it'll hold for at least like a month, maybe 6 weeks more. I'd give it a shot because this is good stuff. Yeah, and that's it for this review. If you liked it, click like. If you really liked it, please click subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you get notifications as soon as I upload some new content. In the description box below, you'll find links to all of my social media, where you will find beers that I do not review, but I have a thing or two to say about, and you will find a link to the Dutch Beer Collective, where you will find reviews by Remy, Beer Geek Holland, Douglas, Beers with Douglas, and Gerben, Dutch Beer Geek. Little burpee. Nice little burpee. That's a good finish. See all you guys in another review soon. Cheers.